Have you had the lecture yet? Andrew Demetriou said they'd been around trying to sort of lecture, not like that's the wrong word, advise most clubs and most players about how to behave on Mad Monday. Now, you wouldn't need it, but there might be a few around who have.
Oh, you never know with me. What,
larrikin. Oh, yeah, I've had lunch with you. I've seen that.
No, I didn't drink that day. Yes, look, a lecture may be an appropriate word, but it's certainly not what they call it. We do education sessions, and we do them for everything. We do them for alcohol, drinking responsibility, respect and responsibility for women. There's the illicit drugs talk. We get the performance-enhancing drugs talk, gambling. We've touched them on all of them, and sometimes I sit there and I think, is this just ticking boxes for ticking boxes' sake? But in the end, if one player takes one piece of advice out that helps them later on, then I guess it's worth it.
Yeah, I was going to say it must feel a bit paternalistic at times.
Yeah, I use the word patronising sometimes, but again, I can understand why they do it, because you see what happened on Monday with some of the Saints guys, and it's not for me to say whether it was an underreaction or an overreaction, but the fact is everybody loves to put that in the paper. They love to talk about it on radio. They love to report about it on TV. I saw a current affair thing last night which just made me roll on the floor in laughter with the way they did it. And not for what had happened on the Monday, just for the tone that this art was presented in. It could have just been done so much more tastefully, but that's just what people like to listen to. So you just got to be very careful with what you do, because it's always going to come back and bite you if you don't do it properly.
Now, as I said, you do a lot of community work, hell of a lot of community work, and that's why the Jim Steins honour went to you last year. I've signed up to support and be sort of an ambassador, if you like, for a group called Ladder, which involves a number of AFL players and youth homelessness. What's it about? Because you're in the middle of this.
Yeah, well, Ladder's been around for a few years. Mark Bolton is the CEO. I'm the general manager, actually, now. I'm on the board there, so I should know that. But he started it with a number of other, Joel Bowden and other players years ago, and it was based initially around youth homelessness, getting young people off the street. And so that's its prime function, but it also... They do a lot of mentoring, educating, get young people who could be in have any kind of issues, whether they be mental health, drug related, but they help support them with that facility to go and somewhere to stay, roof over their head, prime need, but then also get them back into some form of education, give them life skills that they may not have had because they were living out in the street and did have that family network. So it's there's a few. There's one based in Melbourne, Geelong, Adelaide. They're looking to go into Perth. It's going to open soon, so it's starting to spread, and it's AFL players and AFL charity of choice. So it's got a lot of support from the playing group, and it's just about building that awareness around the country with the fans, because they do fantastic work. We've got a young girl that works at our footy club, Lily, and she's doing a sports ready program, and she told a story at a ladder lunch a while ago about how 18 months ago she was living on the street, she was addicted to drugs, she had no connection with her family, but after moving into Ladder 12 months ago, completely turned around. She's off drugs, she's got this great stable lifestyle, she loves working at the Richmond Footy Club, she's reconnected with her family, and that's just because they broke that cycle of having to sleep on couches and having negative influences.
I've met 12-year-old kids living on the street, it's terrifying.
People don't realise, I think the stat is there's 100,000 people. To fill the game on Sunday could have 100,000 people. The statistics show that there are that many people living on the street every night across Australia, which is... People don't quite, I think, realise the reach of it. They just assume if you're living on a couch, you're not homeless. But once your mates get sick of having you on the couch and you're 14 years old, you're out on your own, you don't have a car, you're sleeping under a park bench.
Well, Ladder is the group. We'll talk about it a bit at various times, because I want to help promote it, and I get to wear a Premiership Cup pin as well.
Yep.
Do I? Yeah.
Yep,
We've got a footy. What's the footy signed by... Is that you?
I think Job would be on there. It's got some big names. Luke Ball.
Job Watson's involved, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an ambassador. Ivan Maric, who looks like a bit of a homeless bloke with his mullet sometimes. He's on there as well. He's an ambassador. So they've got some really good ambassadors, and the guys are very proactive in actually getting down and getting their hands dirty, which is great too.
Well, that is good, because it's important to show your fair. Well, look, good to see you. Enjoy it. Well, that's all you can say, really. I mean, I hope you win, but I'm also telling Mick Malthouse that.
Oof.
Well, what's the advice for me? Lighten up, Mick.
Yeah, don't take it too seriously, Mick. We'll look after it. Now, Damien said after our win on the weekend against Essendon, he said, "Look, boys, it's going to be a big occasion. It's going to be a big week. You're going to have to work hard, keep doing what you're doing." But his main point was he really did want us to go out there and enjoy it, because that's when we play our best footy. And you've got to go out there and have fun. So I'll be having a bit of a smile on my face when I'm out there, as I have all year.
Steve wants to wish you luck. Hello, Steve.
Yeah, g'day, mate. How are you?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Carlton supporter.
Uh-oh.
But just on him himself as a person, what a refreshing, highly intelligent young man to listen to.
No, I think he's faking it.
Thanks, Steve.
I hope he trips over tomorrow and breaks his ankle.
Oh, geez. Oh, well, there goes the generosity. Thanks, Steve. No, he's a good bloke. Good to see you. Anything I can do to help the Ladder group, I will. Ladder, tackling youth homelessness. And actually, when we need some sort of official approval, but we might auction that ball to raise some money for the group.
That's a good idea. Yeah, mate. Always thank you for your very, very, very welcome and appreciated support. And it's always fun for a chat too.
Good luck and have fun.
Thanks, Neil Tarr.